Hello everyone, this is Kat, and I have Carmel and Herbie here, but today I have been working on some new glazes. I usually try to stick with a little bit more basic recipes, but I was able to get a few chemicals and I'm testing out a few different combinations of things. I'd been making them in the garage last night, but the neighbors got in a fight, so I'm starting this a little bit later this afternoon. I'm hoping to, hopefully by tomorrow morning at some point, get the kiln filled up with a few of the bowls. I have a tiny kiln, so it'll only take like probably 3 bowls and maybe 3 and something else, I don't know, because they're pretty big compared to my kiln. It's a little 2.6 square footer. Anyway, Herbie's helping. I have made, well, I'll show these real quick. These are the 2 books that I've been using. I've got the Mid-Range Glazes by John Britt and Amazing Glaze. This is my book that I put everything in. It's got chemicals on it from being out there, but just quick little glance at some of my notes for the different glazes that I've used and want to try. So I'm working on Lynette's Opal from John Britt's book, Fat Cat Red from Amazing Glaze, page 172, Pierre's Temuco from John Britt, as well as the cover. I'm hoping to make an oil spot to make a really cool bowl. I'm working on Licorice from John Britt's book, Purple from Amazing Glaze, Val's Turquoise from John Britt. I've got John's Cash Blue from John Britt and Pike's Purple from John Britt. Anyway, I'm going to, I have a few of these different test tiles, and I'm going to just dip. I've pretty much have mixed everything. And I'm going to shake. I've made sure all the lids are, unless, you know, it could open up and y'all be getting a great show. Be able to laugh at me. So this is Lynette's Opal. I've used a, oh my goodness, I'm so tired. This is like the middle of the day for me. My bags have bags under my eyes. Anyway, I've used an underglaze to write the initials on the test tiles. And so let's see what we've got. I've already mixed them, I've strained them, I've done all of that. And if I feel like it needs more mixing, I've got my trusty dusty mixer here that's gets very loud, so I'm trying not to use it too much. So I'm probably going to have to adjust the specific gravity whenever I make a full batch. I'm going to dip down halfway. And then dip down half of that again to see what two coats do. And then I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and I'm going to do a little corner to see what the third little coat does. I think this one, I kind of have a feeling this one's going to be runny, but I don't know. We'll see what the glaze, what it looks like whenever it's finished. I'm also going to be putting some of these on bowls because all of it's a test anyway, right? So right now everything I'm doing is testing. Now I'm going to close this up really good. Next, I have licorice. I'm going to try that. Some of these I'm going to try a few different varieties. One of them, I think maybe even 3. And I think it's always cool how they don't look the color of what you think they do once they, oh, we're getting drier. Once we get the, get it to heat, it changes into totally different colors. Let that dry, and then I'll put the third coat on it. I'm also going to do, this is going to be Licorice and Lynette's Opal, so I'm going to dip that. Let it dry. I'm sorry if this one's boring, but you'll get to see what it really looks like whenever it comes out of glaze. Okay, so there's that one. This is just plain purple. If I can get it open. Okay. I still don't have full control of the arm. So the grip and all that stuff is still a little bit weak. And I've lost some of my fine motor skills in the fingers. Anyway. Trying to get purple to go. Got some little bubbles on it because I was beating it with the mixing it with mixer. Second coat there. So licorice with that. I've got Lynette Opal over here. Oh, blooper. No, not you two. Not you two. Now I'm going to dip the licorice in Lynette's Opal. This one looks like it's pretty thin, so I'm going to definitely have to adjust the specific gravity on it. It's kind of bubbly, being all mixed up. So you can see the colors there. Okay, do the side dip here. This one's kind of thick. It's crazy what happens whenever you put the same amount of water in the same, well, base, but whenever you put the different additives, it makes it look a lot bigger, and so it's like this is weird. You have one that's this much in it and one that's that much because of all the iron oxide or the rutile or whatever that you have to put in. Okay, try to put that on. I've got, let's see, Fat Cat Red. Give it a few seconds. I'm now getting glaze all over my hands. Let that dry a few seconds. I'm doing a no-no, sorry people. Not what I normally do. It's just a little tiny bit. Okay. I forgot to bring my washcloth in from the garage. Still a little wet on that. Okay, so now I'm going to do Val's turquoise. I use the wide mouth jars because I can do this. I think this one needs a little bit more stirring. It's going to hard pan on me. I may have to do some different things with it. So I'm doing this pretty much for my information as much as y'all's, because I can go back and look if for some reason I get confused as to what I had with what with. And like I said, I've put the different initials on underglaze. Okay, so this is Val's turquoise. And my thing on this is it's going to hard pan, so I'm going to need to do some little additional things. Now I've got all kinds of bubbles. Looks like a crater glaze. Try to smooth it out a little bit. It dries really quick though. And then the third. This one. Fat Cat Red. Does it look red or purple color at all? No, it looks green. Third. And I've just had a gnat fly into this glaze, so sorry buddy, you're now part of the experiment. I can't do anything about it. Get silicosis. Okay, there's Val's turquoise. I really am looking forward to seeing what this oil spot looks like. See the heavy iron? It looks well behaved. Give it a few seconds to dry. Here's cover. I'm assuming this is kind of a white, off-white cream color. I'm gonna have to mix it. And it's hard pan too. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Let it settle down just a little bit. Done the second coat. Let's do the third on this one. See how well behaved it is. I'm hoping I get to fit all of these in the kiln. It's just so tiny. Okay, so I'm going to dip this, do one dip of it. This is going to be the mixture, so I'm going to see how the well spot goes with it. Try not to dip caramel's tail. Okay. It's like, are y'all bored yet? I know you gotta be. But this is an important part of pottery. You don't get just the, that looks weird. I think it's just still so bubbly. If y'all are still here, I want to show you what I use to strain my little pint jars with. Did I spend all the money on the expensive little strainers? No. Nurse friends, put in the comments what you think this is. You use what you got. Put a lot of bubbles in this, so it's going to be all. If I let it set long enough for the bubbles to be gone, then it's going to hard pan. So just note to self on this. Okay. Dip this. I'm going to dip it both the same on this, because that's how this one's supposed to work. So there's that. See how the bubbles behave themselves. This one looks like a crater glaze almost. Still bubbly. We'll see how they seal up. Only a few more. Then we'll get to go crazy kind of experimenting. I'm going to put like 3 different colors on one of them. Be wild about it. Okay. So, let's see. This is John's Cash Blue. I think it's going to be more of a satiny color. Mix it. Actually, it's pretty good. It didn't hard pan at all. No, blooper not right now. You can't go outside right now. Hear that noise? He's scratching on the door to go out. He thinks it's time. It means he'll probably be up here in a few seconds to say, Mom, put me outside. I want outside. Let that dry for a second. Oh, there he is. Caramel. Looper. It's really hard to keep them away whenever I do my glaze mixing, though. I do that out in the garage so that they can't be exposed to the silica and everything. Please. Keep them off when I'm cooking, when I'm soaping, and when I'm making glaze. Let that dry a second. And then I'm going to be doing Pike's Purple. That looks like it's going to be a gorgeous color. It's in good. My the studio owner of Adjusting Cells, he helped me by making these with his extruder in my clay body, or in the clay body I use. It was his, but we're go away. Okay, so I've done two. Now I'm going to do the corner of this one. I'm doing this just to see how much they run and what the combinations are going to look like and what they look like separate, so I'll know how I want to use them. Can you see how much mess I've already made on this? Okay, so I've got where I'm going to do some combos now. Okay. I'm going to do, on this one, I'm doing licorice. Where'd you go, licorice? I'm using licorice on anything else. I think I only did one of Pike's Purple. Tell the different layers whenever you do them. There we go. That's layer 2 anyway. And so this one's going to be, I've got licorice, then I've got Pike's Purple. Going to do it part way down. And Lynette's Opal. I'm going to let that dry a little bit more. This one's going to be Val's Turquoise and Lynette's Opal. Just going to be on the tip end. Okay. I hope that's going to be cool, I hope. And then I've got the last one. Yay! You can say yay because this is almost over. Okay, so I'm going to do John's Cash Blue, I should say. Now, once I get this all figured out on this level, now if I like them the way they are, I'll figure out what the specific gravity is, do all that fun stuff. Then I will just go from there. But if I think that it needs to have just a little bit of tweaking, I'll do a line, not a line bag kind of line. I'm going to do a line of different levels of cobalt, different levels of rutile, different levels of whatever until I can tweak it and make it my own. Anyway, like last night, I was out in the garage trying to do this, and one of the neighbors got in a fight with I don't know who, but I think it was a phone fight, and so I was just like, okay, I'm going to slink back inside now. I was hoping to do it last night in the middle of the night so that it wouldn't be so hot, but it did not work out. Unfortunately, this is Texas, so. Okay, so this is, okay, I'm going to be putting Pike's Purple. So this is John's Cash Blue and now Pike's Purple on top. Can't wait to see all these done. This is going to be so cool. And I'll do the third side one on this one now that it looks kind of dry. Okay. I really want a good purple. And I can't seem to get a pink because of, I guess, different chemicals I don't have. Pinks really don't hold up well to the cone sticks for some reason. So, well, I guess not some reason because it's so hot. Oh, thank you for going through all this with me. And I'm sorry about my cats being, yeah, I see you. Grooming all in front of you. I can't do anything about them. Anyway. So now you get to see Blooper over here. I hope everybody has a great day. Sorry this was kind of boring and kind of, anyway, boring. I'll say boring. But whenever I get it out of the kiln, that's where the magic's going to happen. You cook these babies to cone 6, which is a very hot temperature. And you'll see all the glass flowing and it'll look great. And that way you can see kind of what it looks like. These look like in an oxidation. Now for the technical, I have a kiln sitter. So holds and all that stuff, I'm just looking if I hit the right temperature with it. It's like 40 years old, so still going strong. So we'll see how it is. These will be run with no hold. I'll try to do a slant ramp up since all my stuff will have fresh glaze on it. And I'll just run that, and it's hotter than I'll get out outside. We're in Texas, so very hot. Hopefully it doesn't shut down because of the heat. That's why I like running it at night, but the way things are working, I need to get it started now so I can film tomorrow if, well, it may still be tonight. Just depends on how long it takes me for all this. Anyway, cats grooming in front of you. I can't get them to leave me alone. And I will see you next time. The next video I will be doing, showing you how I do underglaze on the flowers on the bowl, and I'm going to just be doing some waxing on my feet and